did the best, at least in terms of kills on Inferno for his team.
Yes.
He was ahead of everyone else for sure.
He should get more spots to work with on a map like Overpass and Inferno. It's a much better map for AWP, but here we go, we're into it. Movistar Riders fighting for survival in this major against Heroic as we move into the second map of this best of 3.
Yeah, I think mainly, you know, what was missing for me was capitalizing on the big opportunities, and they'll have to. They've got no choice now. They must do it. St. Pius falling back as best he can. He has no support. He's got a one-tap though, or the one-tap singular. Refresh coming in from the back as he pulls the blade out. There'll be no stabby just yet. We've got crossfire now from Movistar, but of course, it's close range now. These Glocks can land the one-shots, and the numbers are continuing to get higher for Heroic on this bomb site. Davy running out of bullets, needs to reload. Has 2 plays from Bank though, which can cover him as he gets that reload in eventually. Alex down, Shush down, Depth trying to find something down with the bomb. So awkward for both squads actually. 3 plays around default, make it 2's down in a red, soon to be dead perhaps, unless he can do something about it. Refresh trying to deliver, and he's going to fall back for the time being, it seems, and reset the situation.
Yeah, it's actually kind of crazy, but yeah, they could definitely go toward B at this point if they really wanted to. The only thing is the lack of information toward that site, but given how prolonged this engagement has been around A, they could maybe make a gamble that nobody is on the flank because they would have revealed themselves already at this point. But with that said, they're going back. They're going back to A. They've got a move now from the bathrooms. That's going to be eliminated. Nice shot from Deaths to finish it off. And yeah, run dice. That was so awkward for so very long.
Yeah, it was very fiddly indeed. And there's if you're on the bank stairs, for example, there's a nice position where you can see players crossing to the truck. So that really helped out Davy G. Gives him some cover, allows him some security to get that reload. Nice tap from Deaths towards the end. Also, if your team is stacked on a B bomb site, for example, and you want to try and well, at least make sure you're not getting flanked in that bank position is handy. Did a last man on the A bomb site. Make sure no one's coming in from the back. Get a laser across the site diagonally. This is a running smoke for the balcony of the B bomb site, but it may never make it in as Mopos has anything to do with it. Going for the reload though. Davy G tries to pick up the slack, but he'll get popped at close range from Tentes. We got flashes in all directions, and Mopos looking for a fourth now. Sees the last 2 players and the rotations in from the remainder of Movistar Riders. The smoke is up to create some space on the bomb sites and maybe go for a plant. However, Heroic love a mid or late rotation, and we're going to see another one now.
Yeah, winding back around the map. And Movistar Riders don't need to do too much except just hold safe positions, and it's up to Heroic, of course, to plant the bomb.
You might want to put somebody in that bank position now, as I mentioned. You know, so they're not exposed really. It can allow Heroic to get to default though. But it is a play where you know no one's coming in behind you. Exactly this position. Yeah,
and at this point again, like just like you say, you've got them outgunned, you have them outmanned. As long as you hold position for a retake, you're in a great spot because you know precisely where all of they are at that point once they plant, and they do not know where you are, and you just keep yourself alive for your teammates to help you out.
Yeah, I think they can reasonably expect a player to be in that spot as well. You see the Molotov in that direction. He still has an angle though there. But Stown has still made it past, which really raises the urgency now for Movistar. Though I think it's detected already that he hasn't gone down the stairs. But I don't know what side he's on, and Des can't help too much because he doesn't know where Cadian is. Having a look, is down close with the Tech 9, and things get more difficult trying to swing on Des. And now Cadian's in a 1 versus 2 with the Desert Eagle. That won't be easy for him. Trying to fall back now. Oh, he will be able to do so. Sees the meat shield. Got to land the headshot there. Trying his best, but he will be denied. Movistar Riders keep the clean sheet. Won't be a clean round. They're losing 3 players. They will find the defuse at the very least.
Yeah, good rounds to convert, and Heroic, they got a bunch of money to play with now to go into this next round with, or enough at least. And Movistar Riders, they can get the AWP out immediately. Some players will pick that one up. And again, curious as to how he's going to be playing this one. Are we going to see the molly towards T ramp? You know, that kind of stuff. It's very standard, and it is just very effective. We talked about this in previous overpasses. You force the use if the T's want to go quick. Up the smoke. But they're actually just going to barrel on through. And that's
Yeah.
some good info for Movistar Riders.
Yeah, they got straight past that incendiary heroic, so they'll have more map control than Movistar intended. And I do wonder what the AWP setup will be on the A bomb site. Of course, we know that this was not the original plan, but that flashbang forced them to take an instant plan B. And there'll currently be nobody around the toilets. We can see Depths is just peeking, little jiggling from the one of the, I want to say flower bed, but there's no flowers there. There's some grass though. But that's one of the many angles where you can stand with an AWP, take a quick shot, and then drop off if you're fast enough. And there's a lot of those that need to be identified. And we can see the shadows are to the favor of the CT side here as well, like people walking in to the toilet's position. The shadow will betray their location before they'll see much of anything. Same is true of the site coming from long if you buy the truck by Optimus. You'll see those shadows all day, although of course Heroic will be aware of this. So once they get close to the site, it'll be interesting to see how they approach this. They have 2 flashbangs, and that'll probably help some. Devs is going forward though, around those toilet positions to try and take some players away. They're all being flanked, and he's just about going to get that first kill, but look at the trades here. 3 on 3. Sampayas is low, but he's got the flicks, and that's going to leave Cadian and the Shush versus Mopos and Davy G.
Oh, the tap stats, beautiful. Davy G able to just deal with the planter. Although the bomb is ticking, but there's plenty of time to find Shush, which is the mission now at this point. And of course they can bait Shush out by tapping the bomb, which will soon happen. And got to be so careful here. Shush around the walls. Oh, great jiggling. Finds the position. And that's going to force Shush to go back to the bank. Oh, fantastic shots coming through from the FAMAS of Davy G. And Movistar Riders will pick up the round. And I think credit to Sampayas as well, you know, for extracting that extra kill. That, you know, in that awkward position around Optimus with the flames around him. That extra kill made all the difference from Sampayas.
This is a really good start for Movistar Riders. I've only said that once now. I'm proud of myself.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's difficult.
But we're getting there. We're getting there. It's good. Again, a good start. A promising start from Movistar Riders. But perhaps in round number 4, the real test begins. Got pop flashes being held towards the A bomb site. Now, Devs is at the party area. He's in a strong position for now. If nobody comes from up top, he can have an off angle towards connector. So this can be a lot of information for his squad, but he's not going to outstay his welcome, and they will fall back. But maybe that's a level of aggression they need to be successful versus Heroic. But if they're not comfortable there, then maybe play where you're comfortable. You can see around the toilets, Movistar Riders, maybe these are the intended positions for them, but of course they will change from round to round. From A, Sampayas can throw a jumping flash as well towards long to allow Devs to swing, which can be quite powerful if he gets some sound cues, for example. We can see the initial utility thrown from Heroic to take some AWP angles away. So there's a flash for a long take. Sampayas has 1 flash in the hole, so he could consider throwing something for Devs to swing later on, but Heroic are taking their time. They've got 55-0 seconds on the clock, and the bomb's currently outside Monster. We've got a take of short B, presence on long, presence around but not in the toilets. Movistar Riders have got to try and figure out what's going on here.
Yeah, 30 seconds. Oh, that's a great kill to get. And that's a lot of information too. Again, with such little time, it really eliminates the possibilities of what Heroic have to surely be doing. And that's why that HE gets placed towards the monster tunnel. And it is a slow but sure creep here from Heroic. They have to get the plant down as quickly as they can. Mopos is going to go straight in there. Oh my god, he's just sitting in the smoke, trying to block any of the plant attempts. And in fact, none of which will be coming through. And Cadian's going to have to save the orb.
Yep, Cadian somehow manages to escape. That was a very interesting round because, you know, Heroic thought, okay, we're creeping into the bomb site, and they were, but Movistar Riders were very much aware of what could be compromised, as we saw from those HE grenades and so on. So they knew there could be a surprise there. So they were prepared for the unexpected to that respect. But that was a very important duel, actually, which was quite laboured from both squads and how long it took that frag to come in. But if that goes the other way, then who knows what kind of rotation we see from Movistar Riders. So that was a really important kill for them. 4-0. Heroic will not have a full buy in this round. Of course, they've got the saved AWP from Cadian, and a hero AWP can be very dangerous. Always fun to watch a CT side with just an AWP. Now, we must note that the door has been blown off in connector. which can be to the advantage of the CTs. Of course, the Ts may want to have a lurker and connector, so if they're taking short B, they stop the CTs pushing through the door. But if there is no door, then the angles Shush has, the CTs have those angles as well, which makes it harder to take short B, which is why you can see CT sides blow off the door, for example. It also allows a rotation with no sound cues, though, for the Ts later on, so it can have benefits for both squads.
And now the creep through bathrooms for that control, just trying to put the bodies around Cadian. Here goes Alex around Banana, trying to see what he can find around the divider.
Oh, it's divider.
In for a quiet. The surprise is Alex. Here they come. Oh my goodness, the run and gun is strong, and Des is actually his as well. He might be able to just stop this. Oh, what? Dawn just turns around at the perfect time.
I imagine he's focusing on connector instead, but either way, that works out fantastically for them. A series of unfortunate events for Movistar Riders in round 5 allows Heroic to get their first round on the board in such style as well. Let's not forget, they had one rifle, and it's in that respect, it's like a mirror of what we saw on Inferno. They're always capable, no matter what the situation. They haven't lost a player yet. And what does Mopoz want to achieve from this round? He could take that frag, but it's better that he hide in plain sight because they don't have the money. So that's the priority here, is just to stay alive. And well, he'll be forced to engage in that one. Does he pick up the AWP? He does, and he may just get away with this, actually.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be the case. Oh my goodness, it's so close. Oh, that's a great save, though, ultimately. As you say, not too much money to play with, but they could actually, if they wanted, to cobble a buy around the AWP. It would be a little bit stretched, but they could try to do that. We'll see.
This is pretty scary, though. Like, Heroic had one rifle, and they basically, yes, they lost the man at the end, but they really won the round with 5 players alive.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. In fact, they are going to buy around that saved AWP, so we'll see what they're going to do with it. It would be great to see, in these situations, you want to get, when you have a disadvantage, you do generally want to try to find an early pick, some early advantage that allows you more information, allows you more room to work with. Because if you allow the other team to just run whatever they want to run, they are going to exploit their advantages and likely have a better chance of success than you. So you want to change the script as early as you can.
Weapon of choice is the Glock. Let's not forget that Glock round on Inferno. That was fun. It wasn't Heroic, though. But yeah, that was, again, a very worrying sign for the 3-round lead of Movistar Riders. But let's see, hey, maybe they can right the ship. Perhaps they can avoid that iceberg after all. St. Pius, a lot further back now. Not really going for the more BS setups with the AWP and the toilets, the classics. But these are the usual grenades. That Molotov is to take the AWP angles away from a sniper standing around the divider. So a general default will have that smoke and the Molotov to take the angles away. Mopoz in no man's land. Had a problem with his GPS, and he'll be punished for it by the authorities. The street authorities. Refresh, holding things down, lurking towards that B-bomb site. Still a good pick for the Go TV, as Heroic feel like a stronger team here. 57% with 7 maps played of later Movistar Riders on Overpass. 71% for Heroic with 7 maps played.
Oh, great flash there for that P-test. Oh my, that's just strafing backwards and forwards. Gets that one. Another good pop flash play, but the cover from Cadian does keep his teammate alive. And that's going to open up this B site. Alex will try to peek in, but with the M4, there's not a lot of play to be had around that position. And that's going to be that. They can't really afford to lose any of these weapons, so back to the saving ways. Perhaps they'll go over towards the playgrounds.
telling you, man, we're going to see the rise of the 5-7 and or the CZ over the Desert Eagle.
I agree. I've been wondering about that a lot. That it's been weird that we haven't seen more 5-7s at least, because people are struggling with the Eagle. It's abundantly clear.
Like, you've really got to hit that headshot, because before you could just crap spam 2 shots and thank you, good night. But that change makes a hell of a difference.
The overall accuracy just feels just worse as well. Just in general, it's you need to wait longer between shots to keep the same accuracy. It just doesn't feel. It just feels quite different. It's worse. It's just worse. But you know, it will take people time to adjust. It's always that way, isn't it? Even if something clearly is like, this is not optimal, it takes people time to get out of the routines they were in previously.
I think in terms of body spam, if you will, the CZ probably has more utility, but I mean, someone like Twist has been reckoning with that for ages anyway. But the 5-7, the bullet capability, if you will, we'll see. I want to see. I think a rise is necessary unless you're holding on to the past.
Yeah. Well, we can come back to this point. We've got Suez control from Heroic for the time being. And, you know, I mentioned that with a situation like Movistar Riders are in, where you have an early disadvantage, you want to try to find ways to get on the rounds, take initiative quite quickly. But they've been opting for a passive approach, which is fine as well. Refresh will be flashed in to check those close spots. And
yeah, because the door's blown off, no one's in connector, but that's still a problem for Heroic, which may limit Stound's movement in that short B position. He's very, very focused on the door, so Movistar have given themselves an extra man in that respect, but they still need to deal with this push from the monster position. And all these players have got rifles, some Pius and a bunch of pistols here, and they are losing position very, very quickly indeed. And with that third kill, surely this round is over. The M4s will have to save.
Bomb has been planted.
Save simulator.
That was a painful round.
Uh-oh.
It's like when you pull a scab off and it's just not time yet, it's a bit early, you know? It's just like, just nothing but regrets.
Oh, Tessus. That was close. Oh no! They need their guns! They need their guns! Oh, we've got that bin angle. He's through the... I don't know how to describe that.
The bin angle.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's no disabled toilet. Where's the disabled toilet, guys? It's 2021. There's male and female signs. There's no disabled toilet. I like to hold on to the rail when I'm taking a, for extra grip.
But why are you taking away the facilities from those in need, James? I don't feel like you qualify. Why are you doing that? Why are you admitting? you're basically, by extension, you're the person that parks in the disabled parking spaces as well, because it's closer to the store.
I'll have you know that I cannot legally drive.
It's even worse.
I can drive, just in contravention with the law, you know?
Oh, well, Des is going... Tessus is hunting, he's going to swing, and he's going to find the kill onto Des. Oh, that's unfortunate. Des was kind of just stranded after the initial play. Didn't really have... there's nobody to flash him out, nothing. He was just alone on an island. And the island was sinking. And that's it. This is good. They're trying to make another setup here. They know they need to do something here, Movistar Riders. They got this 2-man play around long. What is it good for, though?
13 HP and oh no. Oh no! Oh
baited!
No! The base of the switch tester to 13 HP comes back with support from Stound. I spoke about the synergy from Heroic and we see it there. One of their strongest traits leaves them in a 5 versus 2. Movistar Riders, their economy is in the bin. Right now they have combined $100. I've got more in my pocket.
Really?
Yeah?
How much do you have in your pocket?
Let me see.
Bomb has been planted.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Terrorists win.
He's still counting.
I have £300 in my pocket.
That's a lot of pounds. That's like, what, $400. Something.
400. It's probably 420 then.
You always
I will have you know, some
Okay, look it up now.
establishments, right? If they've got one bathroom, it's probably going to be a disabled facility. So that doesn't mean that I'm necessarily like abusing things which are left for people in need. Okay, that sometimes there's no choice, all right? So I just want to defend myself there.
Oh, you're close. It's $413.11 for the current day's exchange rate.
Okay, I was close.
That's pretty close. We're going to round up to 420 for the memes. Well, we got 4-4. That's the score on the doors. It's the thing you used to say.
Isn't it like a Jay-Z album, 4-4 or something like that?
I don't know. No, isn't it like a Kanye one?
I don't know. Someone tweet us.
I think
Give us
it's
information.
404. I don't know.
There's 4s in there. No, you're thinking 808s.
Oh, 808s.
And Heartbreak.
Heartbreak.
No,
Yeah,
Jay-Z's got the 4s somewhere.
Got the 4s.
There are 4s there.
Well, it's eco territory once again for Movistar Riders. I just want to once again credit that heroic of insane team play.
One thing to observe is that considering Movistar Riders won a pistol,
Yep.
it's, you know, if you ignore that, sometimes you have to see what's really going on. It's 4-1 to heroic.
Right,
in terms of like who's putting the work in now.
Oh, that's
but hey,
sick.
Movistar are on pistols, and they found success in this series with pistols, and not much more outside of that. Ironically, but here we are.
They can get that gun. They can get that gun, and they have a lot of info on the map. So if they realize and start rotating right now, they could maybe do something here. And of course, there is obviously Deaths who's close with that Deagle. So with a headshot, anything's possible, but no, Shush will shut it down, and quickly the utility will fall on the site, and they'll get the plant in. So with the plant down, it's very unlikely that Movistar Riders will be able to find a way to retake, because they don't have a kit either, so that's a problem.
Bomb has been planted.
It's a limp-handed smoke throw. Not really achieved the goal there. What kind of music would you call this? What genre of music is this? It's almost like,
I guess it depends.
it's like a video game, music.
Could be like
almost.
big beat, break beat,
Big beat?
big beat,
Is that
big
a,
beat.
is that a
break
genre
beat.
of music?
Anything's a genre of music.
Is he gonna die? He's gonna die.
Bottle beat could be a genre of music. This hasn't been invented yet.
Back in the 1.6 days, I had, what was it called, Fruit Loops on the PC.
Yeah.
I achieved nothing with that.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
I went away from Fruit Loops and went straight to Reason, and I was like, why have I done this? I've just it's like the most advanced software. Why do I think I can do that?
Yeah.
But I quickly gave up. But 5-4 is the score. I mean, Movistar Riders back with the possibility to be in the driving seat once again on the CT side. The open hand for Sampius, and Sampius going for the pick here, down connector. Is he going to be able to find this? There's a quick flick, but the miss as well, and a quick retreat.
Yeah, you can see that incendiary thrown is to secure his exit, because once you commit to connector, it can be, depending on what the T's are doing, it can be hard to rotate back out, but he's been able to do that. Now, they've got passive again on the A bomb site. I would like to see them play from party or something, because again, even when they've thrown the Molotovs, the incendiaries towards T-ramp, they haven't like tried to hold party or something. They've gone for safer plays. But again, I feel like in an entropic fashion, you've got to meet fire with fire as far as Heroic are concerned. And if you've got that forward position in party, then maybe you can afford more people on this B bomb site, as once again Heroic are just creeping in with Movistar unawares. Got the chain flashes coming through now as there is a push in the short B position at the same time. So this will become very awkward as Movistar find themselves surrounded with Shush presence in connector. Down goes Mopos and things go from bad to worse. 5-1-3. Davy G takes out Stan before he can get a 180 frag. But Shush is here to try and finish off the job, and he will do exactly that, leaving Sampius passive on the A bomb site.
Yeah, but he needs to keep hold of this up as well. Great shot, though. Have to give him credit for that one. Not the easiest to hit, but it is a game of survival now. Like, just gotta be able to somehow keep hold of this AWP against the Swarm. Heroic looking to remove that from his hands. They've got so much money, they could throw every man at this, and they will likely do that. In fact, that is what they are doing. Sampius holding. He's got fast reactions, that's to be sure.
My question now is, like, I don't feel like Movistar Riders are controlling anything.
Yeah.
They're not controlling the pace. They didn't really have control of short B. Okay, but they didn't have control of short B. They had next to no information on A. They didn't have anyone watching Monster either. So what did they have?
Yeah.
Because Heroic walked in. They were by the sandbags of short B, not in short B. Heroic walked into Monster, and they have no info around A. So, like, what is the plan here? Where's the info for you to play on? Because they're sitting back, and that's not the first time Heroic have just walked into Monster. But we're not seeing that there's no flanks or any attempts like that. Again, we're not really seeing them with any presence towards Party. There's a nice flick from Pius. We'll see if he's able to escape once again. Got to run close to the wall there to disappear as soon as possible, then jump around Divider. So Testis is moving up. We've got some sound cues here. Devs with the Desert Eagle. Got to land the headshot, and once you miss, you're in a lot of trouble, but he's got a smoke to fall back with. Stown may be hunting him around that smoke as well, but hey, there's a 5v4 and 2 AWPs for Movistar Riders, but they're about to lose one.
Oh no. That is devastating. Pius a bit too zoomed in there, it seems. And Testis takes full advantage. DaviG has an AWP though. And they are in position around the A site. Heroic are in trouble, actually, if they try to full push this. That said, though, Storm knows his angles, absolutely. Smoke coming through. And they're just working on this A site slowly but surely. It's actually looking effective. Another kill onto Des, sensing there's another player around the smoke. Just an MP9 and an AWP now. Well, I know that where one of the two players who is remaining is.
Oh.
They're looking to pull back.
Oh, that's a rare miss.
Oh, he actually killed him as well.
Yeah, I thought he had that one in the bag, KD, and he kind of... It was just... Everything happened as it should, but apart from the shot landing.
This is kind of awkward, actually. They're going back to the A side again. They need to make this work. There's still that MP9 and AWP.
Oh, look, there's 12 seconds on the clock. Where's Mopos off to? They've got to plant the bomb, and he's got to be nowhere to help his teammate. So he's going to... DaviG's going to have to just chill if they do choose to go for this. But I can't imagine. Very awkward position for him with the AWP. So I suppose it is abandoned ship. DaviG trying to quietly slip away.
Yeah, it's very odd, isn't it? It felt like... It seemed like that Heroic going to connector committed Movistar Riders into that rotation on Mopos. But then at the same time... DaviG wasn't really in a position to even kind of like have a pixel shot as Heroic went onto the site.
I think there are clearly two decisions to make in a situation like that, where, okay, you can try and save what you have, or play, or consider that you have an AWP, they've got less than 20 seconds to plant this bomb, and if you catch the bomb carrier, then perhaps you can cause some chaos. So I think some people there are going to do their best to try and win that round by, you know, dropping the bomb planter and then threatening to peek and making things very awkward for Heroic, but they are able to buy around what they saved in the previous round, so off they go. I mean, I think they could have bought together anyway, but hey, I need to see some more aggression from Movistar Riders. A take of something. They need to control something. They need to, like, because Heroic, it feels like they can do whatever they want to do at present, and that's not ideal. Cadian's missed the jump. We'll see if he goes for it again. Oh, they've slid off. Okay, so we're seeing that aggression now. Have a look on the radar. We can see... that's never mind now, I don't care about that. But we can see that there are 3 players deep, and we have Alex at least deep on long. They don't have that party position I'm looking for necessarily, although some Pius is there. Now we've got Stown showing some presence. No control over the short B position. I'm not sure if the door's been blown off on connector. That would help. Devs try to do something, but again, Heroic are making inroads towards the B bomb site, which I think spells trouble for Movistar.
Very passive hold here from Movistar on B. They've got really forward ground on A. Don't have the support on this B site. Can they hold it though? We'll see very shortly here. Mopos around the barrels able to deal with one. That smoke is helpful, but wow, Storm takes him down straight away. Tessis charging forward to try to find a way to clear out these border positions, and so far so good. Some Pius is there doing damage from the back, but he can't stop them at this point from planting the bomb.
Yeah, DaviG was kind of half safe in the smoke, maybe trying to find an angle behind it, walked into a Molotov, which gave his position away, obviously. and things become difficult. But a bomb needs to be picked up by one of these players. They spot the AWP. We've got someone creeping to collect it. The barrel of the gun is spotted, but he needs some flesh to really get some work in. Alex will certainly help. He'll get that kill, in fact. Refresh on the site now, trying to stay out of the reticle. There's a flash for the swing from Sampayas, who's jiggling. Doesn't really trust it. Tesses coming in from the back. He felt it. He detected it, but he couldn't deal with it, leaving Alex in a 1 versus 2. He got a kill earlier on. They know where he's coming from, roughly. Short or Monster creeping in, trying to find these players. Tesses upstairs now, and Alex maybe looking for a flank. Doesn't have a kit, so I think he's going to have to back away from this one. And it's another bag, a round in the bag rather, for Heroic. And again, if you ignore the pistol, it's 8-1.
Yeah, and the question is going to be, whatever Movistar end up with, obviously 7 is the best case at this point, which would be somewhat respectable, but the question will be, is it enough? And it's, we don't know the answer to that just yet. But so far, I think you made a good point. We're not seeing the kind of aggression, or maybe aggression isn't the right word, but we're not seeing Movistar Riders take the kind of initiative that they need to on the map, in the to have enough control to facilitate advantages in the right parts of the round. And Heroic are kind of getting a lot of space to work with in a lot of these moments, so they must be feeling quite comfortable.
Yeah, we like to say people are in the driving seat, but it feels like Heroic are in the Pope-mobile. Just going through the crowds, waving at the audience. Seems that easy at the moment for them. We did see an increase in aggression, though, from Movistar Riders, which shows some promise. Well, more aggressive positions, at least. We'll see what they have to offer in this round. I don't know if there's a gun on the floor for Sampayas. Indeed, there is. He picks up the AWP. And makes his way. So we'll see if anybody stays around that party area. There's a deep Molotov. There is a HE coming his way, but he has an angle. That's what I'm looking for. That's what we need. That's a lot of info for them as well. We can see the door's been blown off, and Devs is making his way in towards Connector, and he yields a kill from that as well. So this is the kind of play we want from Movistar Riders, and it's certainly not too late. They can still get 7 rounds from this half. They're in a 4 versus 2 now. This forward play has proven fruitful for them. Not sure if Stown just came up with the bomb there on the radar. Refresh, maybe. Well, now they know that he's towards B as well. So these two T's are separated. 2 per side. Refresh trying to see that can opener on the B bomb side, but he will be denied.
Yeah, Storm looking to get some pain into the move from Movistar Riders. This sentence is just a write-off, isn't it? So sometimes when you're casting, it's like, this is not going anywhere good. But ultimately, Storm unable to get the damage that he was looking for to really just keep the pressure up on the economy. But either way, it doesn't really matter too much. Heroic in a very comfortable space, and the Movistar Riders really trying desperately to scrape some more rounds together. As you say, that was a great start, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of this. Sampayas has been aggressive in Connector in many rounds, where he'll kind of run down, try to take a quick flick, and then fall back. And it's good to see him getting that pick towards T-Ramp. We'll see if he's able to do the same.
One of those Movistar Rider players has the Shure noise-cancelling headsets that we used to use back in the day. Pretty good for plane journeys and so on. Use them for the Switch these days, but they're pretty good. I think the sound is a little different for gaming, but they can come in handy. So that's not a bad choice at all. Well then, Heroic will have some more presence after the success from Sampayas, but we can see there is a different setup here. So again, they're not being predictable, not telegraphing their plays. Devs in the bogs. Sampayas goes back to long.
Oh, he's looking for that boosted angle, so looking to catch his opponents off guard with this one. And that's what you're looking for as an AWPer on this side of the map. You want to get that untradeable kill and then fall off to the site in most cases. It's going to actually fall off as that smoke went down to bathrooms. Then there became the possibility that T's could creep up Divider onto the site. So that forced some players to actually come off of that angle to make sure they don't have a hole in their vision. So that one smoke.
There's the flash I was talking about on long. Tessis behind the rock though. He positions himself well, and Devs at that point is going to die one way or another. He tries to get as much out of it as he can. He spots 2 players at the very least, which is some information for Movistar, but there's still time on the clock as far as Heroic are concerned. So, and again, maybe feeling like it's likely they're going to go towards the A bomb site as far as Movistar are concerned. They rotate towards B with low time. 40 seconds, not too much of a concern for Heroic, and Movistar are going to be proactive to try and position themselves as best they can, because at present, Mopos looks to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, totally alone here. We'll try to see what he can get done with this AK-47. I'm going to be charging forward. The smoke is there to help him. Jumping into the flames. Mopos only gets one. Very important push from Refresh there. And that's going to leave just 2 players here on the retake for Movistar Riders. Totally out position. Totally outmanned. And soon perhaps they'll also be out of time here. Looks like they'll try to hold on to what they have.
Familiar story, sadly.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting because their information play came through quite late. Heroic, you know, with that pick, as you say, like at that point, like Heroic were even kind of gambling a bit because they had no one in sewers, they had no one in connector, they had no, like, so if Movistar Riders had pushed those positions, they would have walked straight into them. So they kind of took a bit of a gamble to rotate like that, and it worked out because Movistar Riders really had nothing on that side of the map. They rotated through spawn. Exactly,
and it shows that Heroic are, of course, very aware of the information they're giving to Movistar Riders, and they're thinking, all right, what would we do if we were in this position? We see multiple players towards the A bomb site looking to take map control and push forward. Probably going to be A. Therefore, let's just rotate for B, barrel in, play the numbers, and they find Mopos alone. So they're trying to constantly outsmart each other. Again, the matchup with Entropic was very stimulating from that respect, as they kept trying to one-up each other and kept evolving over time, and Movistar will have to evolve quickly as well. As if you've watched any of the Heroic demos, you'll know that they are no strangers to a mid or late rotation. They love a late rotation on the T side, and it proves very fruitful now as we move into the last round of the first half. Last opportunity for Movistar to do something with that info. And we can see Defs in the fountain position, basically, but Tetes is here with the flank. Doesn't quite have the support there, as he's by the fountain, but St. Pius is in the middle of long, so maybe something for review to have some aggressive setups that are playing together, because he could have been holding that position for him from party instead of where he is, but maybe they were too concerned about connector. But sometimes you've got to take some gambles.
Yes, indeed. It's all about risk-taking. Like life. Some Pius might just catch someone here. You get that shadow advantage as well from this position. Be very careful about his flank as well at this point. We can see on our map, Storm is creeping up behind him. He's going to turn around just in the nick of time. And it's at least a frag for some Pius. He'll be able to hold this long position, but the site's being conceded. You can see that the rest of the Movistar Riders is kind of stuck outside of this site. They've been locked out.
Bomb has been planted.
Well, there is the lurker found in Canadian, which gives great angles. Movistar Riders have 4 angles for a retake and a 4 versus 3. So that is promising. As the flash image of the site refreshes down, the trades will give information, and the trades will continue in favor of Movistar, who will get another late round towards the end of this half. This score could have been more brutal. Again, we see how crucial it was that they won that pistol. They get 6 rounds towards the end, and perhaps they have a chance. I think it'll be a relief that the CT side is over, because they were victimized in many of these rounds.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you are just joining us, this is map 2 of this best of 3 series here at the PGL Stockholm Major. The first major in 2 years.
First major in 4,000 internet on YouTube. The 4K?
That's true. That's true. So welcome. Welcome to everybody watching. Glad to have you with us here for this. And a Spanish team. I don't know that we've had I think you were making this point earlier. I don't know that we've had a full Spanish team make it this far before.
In terms of ranking.
Yeah. So
and major, both.
Exactly. So that's really exciting. But of course, they've run into Heroic, a very strong Danish lineup. I believe Heroic number 5 on the HLTV World ranking at the moment. And so it couldn't really be tougher, the opposition that Movistar Riders are having to deal with. But going into the second half, we'll see if they fare better on this T side as we kick things off. And it looks like a slow approach from them. We can note that based off of the fact that the bomb is down on the ground. So they're looking to see if there's any poking and prodding from Heroic early here, and there is not just yet, really.
How satisfying is that? Oh, it's a team kill. That's unfortunate.
Wait, what?
That's the wrong kind of lineup.
That's not good. It's okay. Need to die for the cause. Sacrifice. Power up. Power up Tessus.
Oh,
man.
Satisfied.
We're getting the one taps in this round.
Yeah, that is an open A bomb site. Got a jump throw, presumably for the top of the stairs. Very, very nice. One for you to learn at home. Davy G is going to plant the bomb. He'll take an apple in a basket for his troubles, which will leave him just over half HP. 3v3. Movistar Riders need this. I think it's crucial they win both pistols and the consecutive rounds. They won the first one. We'll see if they can win the second. Heat map shows all the remaining heroic players coming through from the bank position, going past the catch point, looking for something more. Davy G entertaining as the flank comes through, but will it be successful? St. Pius is going for the big W here. He's not going to have the angle of protection from Tessus, and that might just be the round. Alex now 1 versus 1. Tessus doesn't have a kit, and this round, I think, is already over. Movistar Riders win the other pistol. Headshots galore.
Yeah, great round there from Movistar Riders.
Alex took 3 damage from the bomb, which means he has to spend $1,000 if he wants a helmet.
Feels bad, man. But look at these one taps. Oh dear. So many one taps in this one, but it is Movistar Riders that win the must-win rounds. And I'm sure, again, as we mentioned, as the Spanish representatives, that there is a lot of fans out there watching this right now, looking to offer up their energy for a Spanish victory. We'll have to see, though, if they are able to convert on this round and really get that momentum going. Oops. Slowly but surely, space is gained, but there are players in bathrooms. Lots of players in the bathrooms here. Just inching closer though, Movistar Riders.
There we go, the opening kill. 37 seconds. Stan tries to play around the smoke, trying to hide as best he can, and this looks like it's going to be chaos, but will these Desert Eagles deliver? Spamming as much as he can. He's made them put them in the red at least. He's managed to get a reload out, but Death will eventually get a kill. 20 seconds to plant that bomb, and the scout continues to just stick some thorns in their legs, in the arms. But they will prove victorious. A dangerous round, but a 1 round. All we need is the result. 8-9. Movistar Riders prevail.
Yeah, they did a great job of just slowly inching forward there and just committing together as a team, even though they were moving into a stack. It's something that we always used to talk about. Just even if you're moving into the stack, if you execute correctly with your utility and you clear positions correctly, you should still be in a very good place because you have loads of advantages. It might get messy, but you should still be in a good place. And sometimes teams give too much respect to the ecoing team in those moments, and it really creates problems. But speaking of stacks, we've got another stack here on the B site from Heroic in this eco round. And Movistar Riders, it's kind of similar to the previous one. They're just really taking it very easy here, moving together, clearing out space towards the A side of the map. Ooh. The Galil Bonanza for Mompos. He gets all 5 with the Galil. Beautiful. Had that little coil for cover and everything.
That was like some kind of hard mode side quest where if you survive, you get rewarded with some kind of prize. But you're probably going to die. And die they did!
They can only face one at a time.
Yeah, right. Lineups again. Take a ticket.
Yeah.
Speaking of lineups, when we were teenagers, we went to the British Transport Police Station in Victoria in London.
When he says I wasn't involved.
To do
just so you know.
ID parades, where they give you 10 pounds stand in a lineup, it'd be like, was this the person who did whatever offence was done? That was the way to make honest money back in the day.
Yeah,
Everybody else sold drugs, so you know. 9-9. Movistar Riders have had success with both pistol rounds, and that really gives them an opportunity. But as we said in the previous map, they need to seize that opportunity. And it's not going to be easy. Heroic, I think, are clearly the stronger team. Rank 5 versus rank 15. So it is nightmare mode for Movistar. They've got their initial map control. They're not quite in short B as Heroic often were.
Oh. Pause in this.
Oh, he's heard the tagging. He knows he's there. I'm not sure what the plan was with that, but whatever it was, it failed. That BG is going to eat the flag, so is Tesses, but the former will be successful, and now Stound's got some issues. He has no smoke to create some space. You can see him taking some pot shots there as he has to fall back now. There is a flank though, something we didn't see from Mobby in the first half. But Refresh is a long way away. Big frag from Shush, the bomb drop. That's going to buy some time for that rotation. Flank to come in useful. Stound trying to delay yet longer to allow Refresh to activate. He's making his way up long. We've got Alex making his way up the toilet, says it's a man advantage for Heroic as the bomb's planted.
Oh, good timing here for Refresh. Will there be a turn in time? Not quite in time for Alex. Davy G against 3, and he's going to take one straight to the face. And that's a wrap. So Heroic pick up the round off of the retake. Good stuff from them. Yeah, it was not the best round in the world for Movistar Riders. I'm not sure how much money they have, actually. Can they still buy?
So I believe Mopoz was standing in his own smoke that he threw, which was probably the clue for Heroic to tap the smoke. And once you hear the tag up close, yeah. Mopoz didn't really stand a chance there. You can see on the radar that he's standing in a T smoke, so I think that was the clue. Because you're going to question that as Heroic, like, what is the plan here? If you're smoking there, then you're going to try and make a play through that smoke via flashbang burst or something. But again, the choke point is such that it's going to be hard to get away with it.
Yeah, it's a bit transparent.
And this is the kind of presence that I would have liked to have seen from Movistar. We didn't really see anybody around that party area. Just one attempt that I can recall where they were flashed off and had to fall back. But after that, it was only late that we saw the aggression, which I think is needed versus Heroic.
Tessus playing the bathroom is always going to be in for an engagement shortly. I should be making their way towards long through bathrooms there, and there has been quite a few long setups, but this time it's a setup around Divider. And they're going to rotate back through towards the B side, but it feels like Heroic have all the info. They hear the noise as to what's going on.
That setup with the AWP was pretty interesting. It was like an inverse of the classic one where Tessus would be on the inside of the toilet watching Divider. We don't get to see it play out though.
They left Alex to kind of do a late flank. That might work out, but we'll go back to the main story here, which is this full push on the B side. And Shooter will just easily decimate the players through Monster. And they're dead in the water right now. They are dead in the water, nowhere to go. Alex comes through, but the flank is not effective because his teammates were unable to breach the site.
Yeah, and St. Pius is forced to fall back. Tessus may have a look for him, but the money's not great for Heroic, so you don't want to lose too much hunting that AWP. They have one already themselves, so they could do with just holding on to this cash.
Yeah. I think the round would have worked a lot better for Movistar Riders if they were able to kind of get an engagement around the bathrooms to at least push Heroic back to the A site, because we saw that Heroic had pretty deep positions, and Movistar Riders didn't really clear bathrooms. They walked in bathrooms, but only a portion of it, and then rotated out. So that gave Heroic a very easy understanding of what was coming.
Just a reminder, if you don't know what's at stake, the loser goes home. the winner moves on to the legend stage. So there's absolutely everything to play for. I think many pick'ems will be on the line today if they haven't been deleted already. So much interest in all these matches today. The first of 3 matches coming your way. A lot of interesting action today here, live from Bucharest. Heroic with a 2-round lead at present, and it's looking likely that it may be extended, although we know that Movistar Riders have often found success with pistols. They'll have 2 players lacking a primary weapon in round 21. Defs and Mopos on a Desert Eagle and a Tech 9 respectively. The Tech 9 surely will have a bigger resurgence now. You've got that close one-tap status with it as well. Bit of moving spam at closer ranges. Run and boost on long, and nothing's found just yet. This is quite a dirty angle from Tessus, but St. Pius is looking for it. But as he moves... Oh, marvelous. Well, I guess that was a penetration shot as Tessus is allowed to fall back with that. That's very unfortunate for Movistar Riders.
Yeah.
It's a frag they need. But is it a frag they deserve, Dan?
That's a good question. I mean, right now, Movistar Riders, once again, you know, they're quite... What they're doing is reasonably telegraphed. They've got Mopos towards the B side, but again, they don't have the most utility in the world. I could see them once again rotating back to B. But Storn is in a pretty forward position here, and they may have to deal with him. Looks like he might be pushing forward indeed. Oh, he's going to be facing multiple players there. They might just go off of this. Indeed, they will. Davy charging it forward for the side take, and it's a great defense so far. Tessus will finally go down. That's the kill. Now the A side is open.
There are no grenades. You can bounce off the truck window a HE or a Molotov for the default plan, but no such luck for Heroic. A 2v3. They can't afford to get traded, but he won't even get the first kill. Shush alone now, 1 versus 3, made 2. He's got to find out where St. Pius is. He knows there's an AWP somewhere. He has a kit, maybe looking on the floor for some utility, something to give him an opportunity. And it seems he'll just save the AWP and fall away. So Movistar Riders will keep the score close. The money's awkward for Heroic. You can see Caden's got 46.50, but the rest are certainly lacking. So again, we head towards that opportunity for Movistar Riders to completely break the money and take control of this match.
Yeah, this is not over just yet. The 10th round for Movistar Riders, and they're looking to make this as competitive as possible. And yeah, it's interesting. Like there's these moments around bathrooms are feeling really crazy. I have no idea what is going to happen, who's going to come out on top with some of these engagements. Heroic looking confident though.
Yeah. I like what PGL have done with the bomb they've made. It's like it's got grape drink in it on the right-hand side.
Oh,
that's unlucky. He made the right play, but just couldn't find the gap. Is it The Rock? That film The Rock, where there's like a bomb with these green orbs in it, and Nicolas Cage is pulling it out. Is that a Rock?
You know, I have no idea.
It's one of those films.
None of those.
But it kind of the bomb reminds me of that. I think that was one of the better, big, dangerous, super explosive things in action movies a very long time ago. But anyway, I like the great drink in the great drank in the PGL bomb. We got a great lightning AWP from Caden. Oh, he's in some trouble. Oh no, he's not. I thought that was the boost on the slide, which I haven't seen for a while. Elise used to be a big fan of a boost on the slide. Fellow keyboard aficionado.
Well, this is a really weird round because Heroic have 2 AWPs, a Deagle, an MP9, and an M4. So they're actually very dangerous. In reality, you know, from what the info that we have, like a set piece on the B site would probably be one of the better options here because the ops are extremely dangerous and they are both playing towards the A side of the map. And all it takes is the ops to pick off like one player right now in these early timings for then suddenly desperation mode to kick in for Movistar, and they may feel like a desperate rotation to B, at which point they'll just all die.
Yeah, and speaking of that AWP, that was basically an anti-AWP execute. Watch the demo, download the demo, learn the grenades. Very simple stuff. Oh, it's a cheeky run by from Movistar. Now we see Alex and Co pushing up long, but Stan gets a 1v1. They know there's an AWP there, but only one person peeks him. There's no trade frag, and Cadian's here to post up as well. Again, not quite the level of synergy we've seen from Heroic here from Movi. They've got 28 seconds. The bomb, I don't believe, has been spotted by Heroic just yet. They've still got 3 players on the B bomb site, but they're starting to rotate. That's a huge headshot from Stan, not satisfied with a chest shot. Going for the face. That's over 400 damage. 20 seconds remain now for Movistar, and they'll have to scarper away.
Yeah, huge problems again. It's just that AWP factor is huge. Sumpire's trying to survive with his. Will he be allowed to do so? It's going to be tight, but they're both going to give up this one. And yeah, it's just difficult. If you're not going to be flashing off everything, then the AWPs are going to get value. And it seemed, I don't know if they were unaware that there would be AWPs, present on the field towards the A side of the map, but they were dry peeking into them effectively, so they're going to get a kill at this level. Their kills will be had. So.
Yeah. Well, we're going into the clutch rounds of the final map of this series. The winner gets COD and chips. The loser will have to settle for Haddock. Nobody wants the Haddock.
Ooh, big push from Refreshing Connector. Will it get discovered? Yes. Completely caught. It's a bold move. I respect it. We haven't seen him do that before, so there's certainly a world in which you see that winning the rounds. And with the way the money is, Movistar Riders have to win this round. So they got the 5v4 very early on. And a weapon upgrade as well, which was also that's a huge plus. So now it's about converting the 5v4. What do they know? They know that there's 2 AWPs. So, and we've got a sewers set up possibly from Heroic. They could push with Tessus here. We've got Shush there with him as well, and they could get a flash from Storn, who's playing towards the barrels.
Ooh, so close.
Ooh.
Well, it's Movistar Riders' turn to reap the rewards of a clip through a wall. WG still on the site. That gives them some position. The bomb's on the way. And I believe that Shush should hear that rotation and start to make his way towards A at the same time. And indeed, he slinks away to go for the fake plant. And there's Stan with the fadeaway HE grenade. Good for about 36 damage. Again, you can bounce it off the windows as well, which I think would have done more, but it's all good in the hood.
So now it's the case of just holding. And you can see Heroic are looking for a way in. That's the opportunity. That is the signal to go. A couple exchanges there, whilst now Morpos is the last player standing. And there's enough time on the bomb for a defuse to come in here. There's both players with kits. Morpos will have to be perfect on this one, pushing forwards. That smoke really did it, and Heroic will pick up a very important round.
Hold my hand. The only people I trust with the Deagle right now are Simple and Nico.
That's fair enough. I mean, it's always been that way too. They're the peak. Simple's levels of talent defy...
They're very close to mine.
They defy any expectation, any rules, anything. He plays he plays outside of what is possible because his talent just makes that a reality. That is how Simple exists.
Movistar Riders may soon cease to exist in this major unless they can turn things around. They've been dangerous with the pistols. They're on the pistols. We'll see if they're dangerous.
Flash comes through, and they're going to feed straight into Shush there. So, unfortunately, this is not the one. Shush does need a stalwart defender of the monster tunnel. And they've got the bomb under control as well, so the CT is going to be sitting on that one. Sumpire's is very dead.
Nothing doing, Dan. Nothing doing.
It was a fast one, at least.
Nothing doing. I need to look up the etymology of the phrase "nothing doing" now. But indeed, Heroic take one step forward. 14-10. They are 2 rounds away. Movistar Riders on the bye once again. There will be shortcomings in weaponry and utility. Devs and Davi G with the Galils. They'll be looking for Tessus and Stone, who don't have helmets. Or Head Kev, as Vendetta would say. Double Molotovs around the playground area, limiting Movistar Riders' early push, which means that there's a fair chance somebody could be by party and they'll throw a Molotov in that direction, but I think it may have missed the mark to some degree. Kind of burned the hair off the position and not much more. KD and Tessis now looking to brutalize Movistar Riders. There they have the rudeness to peek towards long. A lack of decency, if you will.
Oh, I thought, okay, that was Tessis taking down WG, but still. 4 versus 3 now after that stunning headshot from Cadian. And what do? They don't have any... Movistar Riders do not have control towards A. They do not have presence or control towards B. And they don't have the bomb just yet. Alex will go and collect that. But at this point, they kind of have to gamble on something. And a lot of teams would probably just walk Monster at this point. It's the easiest way to enter a site. You get favorable peaks going in, but it's very predictable. And we see a smoke dropped on that position as well. So now they'll try to make the creep through to the site. There's Shush there on the B side, but actually, Heroic don't have anybody else just yet. So there might be an opportunity here if Movistar Riders are solid on these entries. Oh, it's looking tough though. Oh, there we... Well, it's...
Ding dong.
It's happening for them. 2 versus 2.
Cadian waiting for the peak. Refresh has a kit. They need to remember that Refresh has the kit that we got yesterday. Oh, that is quite the hop-up from Alex. Refresh knows exactly where he is. We'll see if there are any more shenanigans for Alex as Refresh makes his way to the water. Alex dancing to the sound cues now, taking the bait, but lands a massive headshot. That is a very important round for Movistar Riders. They keep Heroic off match point. They're only 3 rounds behind. It's not too late. You know, it's been difficult. They're clearly a heavy underdog in the series. However, it is not too late for them to turn things around. And ultimately, that's the only thing that matters.
Yeah, that was awesome. Like, that is what you have to do, right? They were in a horrible position. A 3v4. Heroic knew what they were doing. They only had one good option.
That's the longest flashbang of all time.
And they still made it work.
Yeah, and there's definitely pressure on Heroic now, because if they lose this round, then things become very, very different. But they know, well, we know rather, that they can deliver in bad situations. But when you're maybe going to concede match points to your opponent, that might be too much pressure. Mopos forced away again. A very strong Molotov that can go on the high ground and the low ground. I just wish somebody would throw a flashbang first and then do that, so they don't know they're on fire. When is that going to happen?
Well, right now we have a setup in the connector position, and they haven't discovered it, but now they know that Cadian's there, and surely he's not there alone. The question is, do they just run to the A site? Do they just gamble on that? Because obviously these are normally the players around bathrooms, so it should be free to get up there. But we don't have a response from Movistar Riders that's quick enough just yet. They're checking every corner, which they feel like they have to. And we've had ample time here for rotation for Heroic. They're set up on the A site now. The window is gone for Movistar Riders, but can they force open another one?
Cheeky peek, and how about that for some information? That is the bomb right in front of the A bomb site. Rotation is still possible, but are Movistar Riders capable of that? Because you know Heroic love it, but I don't know if Movistar Riders are that aggressive with no presence towards B. I don't think they're ever rotating there in this situation. 30 seconds, they're completely quiet. They've cut noise at the very least, and that will keep players towards B, because Heroic no longer have the information. That information is old. This could be a fake. It could also be the real push. Indeed it is. Mopos and Sunpayas clean up the A bomb site. And the worst has happened for Heroic. They have to save. They are out of money as Movistar Riders start to catch up when the pressure is the highest.
It doesn't look like much, but that cut of noise from Movistar Riders was just actually genius. It was genius because, unfortunately for Heroic, they actually smoked off sewers, so they were unable to get eyes towards connector. So if that smoke hadn't happened, and that happened in response to them thinking Movistar Riders are going to go back to the B site because they cut noise, and then as you say, suddenly there's a huge question mark. We actually expect them right now to be going towards B, and then that's the moment that they start hitting the A side again, which actually turns it from an unfavorable situation into a favorable situation by them just doing nothing. So brilliant maneuver there from them.
If Heroic buy now, then they can also buy at 14 rounds. Considering they have 2 rifles already, let's see what they choose to do. Their money is together though, so they can just play with what they have now and buy at 13. And then force buy at 14. And that will be the option they take. Cadian throws the T-Ramp Molotov, but he's not going to follow up behind it. And maybe you would think that the AWP would be taking an aggressive angle behind a Molotov such as that, so perhaps they're trying to play against what they think Movistar Riders will expect. In fact, it's going to be 5-man on roads around the B bomb site. There's the connector door blown off to allow them to have a look. Cadian, a leg man, but he's got 2 angles to cover, and that's going to be a problem. They could lose the AWP here. That will make his life easier, though. Mopos just edging forward into short B. And they still have time again. Movistar Riders don't want to make a mistake this late into the game, so they'll be slow, they'll be methodical. And again, they've got those standard grenades, which will telegraph what they're doing. The smoke in the toilets, the Molotov in the divider to take the AWP angles away. The bomb by the fountain alone, not under threat as we can see, flashes towards long. So they're offering things towards A, but it seems they will head towards B.
Yeah, this is what a great round from them so far, as you say, like really trying to sell that they're taking space towards A. They have to go a little bit faster though into B just to make sure that they do get on there and have time to set up. And they're still not on the site just yet, and the rotation is already coming in from Heroic, so it's pacing so slow from Movistar Riders. We'll have to see if that's going to be a problem or not. They are holding on to the Suez position, holding off these 2 players, and there's the swing, the first one from Shush, and looks like they're going to hold on to the connector position, and that's okay. This is the main danger in the hands of Cadian, the big green, but unfortunately for him, it's not a lot of opportunity, but Mopos goes down, and there's a lot of bodies for them to throw at this.
Are they going to commit the AWP to this, I wonder? Like, they've got 3 rifles now, and they're confident. They don't have a kit, though. I can't imagine a 10-second defuse is ever, not ever, but is very, very, very rarely happening in this situation. And, well, that'll give them some extra money. So if it does go 14-14, they may have, that gives them closer to another full buy. So they can take that. That itself is a victory in itself. But for Movistar Riders, they are focused now. They're 1 round behind. They've got such a big opportunity.
Yeah, and it was great to see that in that round, all they did was they just had some good safe positions, and then they just tried to pick up information from the sound cues. And the sound cues told them an entire story as to what was happening in the Heroic camp, which allowed them to counterplay very effectively. And now as we go into round number 28, Movistar Riders, they lost the first map. They need to win this one, and they're not too far away from doing it. If they can pick up this one, it would be instrumental.
Davigi, well, there was the aggression from the party area, actually, from Tesset taking out Davigi by the playground. So they are devoid of information, Movistar. 3 versus 5 with 1:30 on the clock. This is not what they were looking for, but Heroic are never shy for aggression. W is how they start every sentence. Speaking of that, things could turn around here as we've got 3 players heading towards Monster. The smoke dissipating, and this is caught sleeping, which leaves Sun Pias 1 versus 4. No chill from Heroic.
Oh, must have seen the barrel there. That's the only explanation. Nasty stuff from Heroic, looking to send the Spaniards back from whence they came, and they are not too far away from finally seeing that reality at this point. Movistar Riders very disappointed. That they know that was one of their best chances to turn this one around, bring it to a 3rd map to keep their chances alive. But Heroic are looking to stand strong here in this game of Overpass. At the very least, there's money for Movistar Riders to at least try to force overtime.
I know, but they don't have control. Sound still going for it, still giving it. Maybe giving it a bit too much. Match point for Heroic. They move to Legends if they win. Movistar Riders eliminated if they lose, and they're going to go for the nonsense again. Pushing through, taking absolute liberties, but look at the information. Movistar Riders are too far back to even respond to this quickly. Let's not forget earlier in this series, if they saw like 3 players on a bomb site, they would quickly move in on Inferno, but now that isn't the case here on Overpass.
Yeah, it's a great read from Heroic because they understand that it's basically just a lurker who's just holding position, holding ground by themselves. So they eliminate that player, tells them everything that Movistar Riders are doing. And Movistar Riders don't move very quickly.
Yeah.
They don't move fast as a team. And oh my god, some players again able to save the day there.
That's pretty clutch, and I think they saw a rifler there, but they got killed by a sniper, which means they know that there's at least 2 players pushing. They've got the information. Katie looking for the wallbang. Refresh goes down as well. There's life yet for Movistar Riders. You know, 4v4, I was going to say, normally favors the T's, but with Heroic almost in T spawn, I did wonder for this particular round, but they've made it happen. Such a crucial kill from St. Pius, and you have to wonder about potential overtime now, because we'll have a look at the situation. There's an AWP for Katie and an AK for Shuj. TSS will be able to buy something, but hey, it's Heroic. We've seen them win rounds versus Movi with 2 rifles already.
Yeah, there's a lot. It's really interesting because, again, like, Heroic push monster like that with 2 players, and so for Movistar Riders, you understand that if they're pushing that aggressively, they're probably playing quite passively on the A site. And you have a 4 versus 2 if you quickly go to the A site. However, you also have the option to rotate back to B through connector as well, knowing that that site would be likely quite clear also, and that the other team is reacting off of the info they just got with the pick and monster. So there's lots of things you could do, but Movistar Riders, what they actually did is they just slow pushed into the A site, and they still made it work. So you can't argue with results.
And like St. Pius on the AWP, he has been the important fragger for Movistar Riders.
Marksman.
As we see, you know, the impact frags there towards long, very, very crucial shot. Now we'll see if they can take it to overtime. Looking forward to seeing what the buy is for their opponent, Heroic. They do not want to give up this match point. Down going deep in that round.
This reminds me of the drone with like a little hologram type of thing. It reminds me of like Star Wars when, you know, Luke is receiving the holographic message. Princess Leia asking for help. I love it. Love sci-fi. Movistar Riders.
Look at this buy actually from Heroic. That's a pretty good buy.
Yeah.
They got a double offs. And that's the kind of surprise that you don't want.
Yes, and I mean, Movistar Riders are just in their zone, playing their game. They're still keeping the pace very slow at the moment. You can see they're trying to be extremely methodical.
Yeah, but it does give warning. Again, the default is very safe, and there's nothing wrong with that. Again, these are the anti-AWP grenades, the smoke, the Molotov towards Divider. We can see that Tessus is going to be looking to play around that. Stown with a cheeky kill. And now they know if Stown's got an AWP, then there's 2 AWPs. And where is Cadian? And the problem is, it's probably going to cost you a man to find out where Cadian is.
Yeah, that's the thing with those plays. If you're trying to save on a flash, and an accomplished AWP might just get that kill. And that's exactly what happened. Storm causing problems. And again, we mentioned that Movistar Riders, they don't do a lot of the rotations.
Oh, the time. Man, look at the time. Refresh is in short B, which means that Heroic can start to rotate towards the safe bomb site. Tessus has got the sound cues of these grenades being lined up as well! Oh my god, I don't know what just happened there. That should have been a massacre, but there's so much information. 10 seconds, the bombs alone on long as well. There just isn't time for anything to happen here from Movistar. Surely this ends in disaster. St. Pius making his way towards the site. Oh, there are angles here for the bomb, yes! And that's going to be that timeout win. Just a little too slow. Heroic don't have the respect to allow you to play at that pace. Heroic make it to the legend stage.
Oh, great performance from them. I mean, you got to give credit to Movistar Riders as well for their resilience on Overpass. But Heroic, they've done it. They are an incredible team, and it's actually insane that this field of competition is so tough that they're in this phase playing here today, playing for their lives, but no longer, as you say, moving forward to the